Do I remember the July Revolution? Of course, how could I ever forget? The chanting, the violence, the smell of gunpowder, the 3 glorious days. Oh, he's a shifty looking one. I can't believe he's skipping work again. I swear, if I find that moping bird brain at Low Canardi... Ah, finally. Good morning, Falcon. Good morning, Sparrow. No, wait, it's 2 in the afternoon. That means the official greeting is, where the hell have you been, lazy bones? Ugh, it's far too early for this level of roasting. Past the Cabernet, No way, we've got important business to discuss, and I can't do that if you're half drunk. Mon Dieu, give me a break. I haven't had a good night's sleep since the trial. Something on your mind? Actually, yes. It was what that wolf judge said about a revolution. Pshaw, that guy was off his rocker. And besides, if we were worried about every potential French revolution, we would never get any work done, am I right? Yeah, maybe you're right. Worrying doesn't do us any good. Tell me about the important business you wanted to discuss. Oh yeah, the business. A letter. This one's from the Paris Police Department. Fancy wax seal and everything. That is indeed a fancy seal. Well, go ahead, Sparrowson. You may have the honors. All right. Monsieur Falcon, meet me on the... oh dear. Meet me on the rooftop cafe opposite the Palais de la Bastille. I have a proposal. Regards, Inspector Volretti. That's it. Haters. Volretti's letter. A proposal from the inspector. Interesting. Do you have any idea what sort of proposal he has in mind? Not a clue. So, are we going to go meet him and find out? We may as well. I don't know what sort of proposal the inspector has in mind, but we would be foolish to reject it without even hearing him out. Grab your coat. All right, no dilly-dallying. I like it. Oh, before I forget, I need to drop by the hospital at some point. What did you eat this time? No, it's not like that. Well, not entirely. I need to pay for the bill from my last visit. Oh, that's reasonable. Sure, we can pay a visit, but the inspector's call should take priority, I think. A new day. Brr. It's far too cold to be meeting on a rooftop cafe. Why couldn't the inspector have chosen a comfier location? Who knows? Maybe the inspector likes the view because it reminds him of his days guarding the old Bastille under the ancient regime. Wait, do you think the inspector worked here during the ancient regime? Do you think that's how he got his war wounds? It was a joke, Sparrowson. I'm pretty sure the inspector isn't even that old. Well. Severin, what are you doing here? Settle down, JJ. Just like you, I was invited here by the inspector. What could he want with all 3 of us? It's hardly unusual for lawyers in the police of France to collaborate. The inspector probably has a big investigative role that requires all hands on deck. A big investigative role. Sounds juicy. Oh, by the way, did you hear what happened to Judge Romulus? No, what? He escaped from prison before we could even try him. Rumor has it that the wolf bribed his jailkeeper and then fled for the hills. So he escaped justice. For now, but don't fret, nobody manages to escape the long arm of the law forever. Speaking of which... Ah, good, you're all here. Excuse me, Monsieur, Mr. Inspector Volretti, sir. Falcon and I were wondering, did you get your injuries defending the old Bastille prison? Don't drag me into this, you fool! You impudent whelps, I'm not that old. I sustained these injuries when in the July Revolution 18 years ago. I was a royal guard, just a lowly peon. The air was thick with gunpowder and blood. Oh, great, now you've set him off. We were given the order to charge a rebel barricade. My comrades and I fastened our bayonets. Suddenly, boom, without warning, a gunpowder keg exploded. My comrades were dead, I was heavily wounded. That's when I looked up and saw a looming figure standing between the gargoyles of Notre Dame. It was the Viridian Killer himself. Ahem. This is a fascinating story, Inspector, but perhaps you could tell us why we're here. Oh, right, of course, why we're here. Well, I'm here to tell you. What I'm about to tell you is to remain strictly confidential, you understand. It's a matter of national security. As you've probably heard, France is under threat from a certain heinous group. Hipsters. Hipsters. It's true. The other day I was called a pop-loving pleb for enjoying Chopin. Now's not the time for joking, you two. The inspector's obviously talking about the growing rumors of an uprising. Correct. A rebellion is coming. Indeed, rebels. There's a storm brewing in the shadows of Paris. We, the Paris Police Department, have known about it for months. No, years. In every tavern and on every street corner, people talk of organizing protests and overthrowing the government. The king has ordered for public gatherings to be dispersed and newspapers to be censored, but the whispers of dissent remain. No surprise there. If you take away an angry citizen's ability to speak, they will just get even angrier. Indeed, and that's why it's paramount that we find and strike at the heart of the rebel group as soon as possible. For that, I need your help. What exactly do you want us to do? Interview citizens, scout locations, find the secret rebel meeting location that has escaped the eyes of the police. Do we have any leads? Just one. We know that the rebels are having weapons delivered to them by a crooked merchant who is only referred to as the Croquet Monsieur. Like the sandwich? What? The Croquet Monsieur. It's a hot sandwich. Cheese, ham, a little bechamel. Throw some peppers if it's Friday night. This has nothing to do with sandwiches. Croquet Monsieur is the alias of an accomplished and notoriously dangerous arms dealer. In any case, that's everything the Parisian police know. That's everything? That's all you have to demonstrate after years of tracking? Naturally, as a public prosecutor, it is my duty to help the police with their investigative work. I would be honored to lend any and all assistance. Suck up. That's good to hear, Monsieur Cocorico. What about you, Falcon? Well, to be honest, Inspector, I don't quite understand why you're asking me. I'm a private defense attorney. I work for citizens who get stuck in legal trouble. Rebel hunting isn't quite my forte. You want to know why I'm asking you? Look around you, Falcon. We are surrounded by corruption and incompetence. The judges are bloodthirsty wolves, the jailers are thieving ravens, and the National Guard are sitting ducks. Look at the slackers and dullards who are supposedly protect and serve this country. Nobody cares about justice anymore. You saw my shameful display at the previous tiles. Those are the results I produce with imbeciles to assist me. But you three, you care. Falcon, I saw you defending Dame Cataline and Prince Swan. I heard of your escapades around the city, frantically collecting evidence and interviewing witnesses. Frankly, you did more investigative work over the last month than I've seen any policeman do in a year. Not including myself, of course. But Dame Cataline, it doesn't matter. You have passion and conviction. You aren't a total bird brain. By my book, that makes you a fantastic investigator, even if that is not your job description. So what do you say? Do you want to sit around in your office twiddling your thumbs until another pointless job offer falls into your lap? Or do you want to take this opportunity to do something great and help us track down the animals who wish our glorious nation harm? I would be honored to help my country. Consider us on board. Excellent! Just what I wanted to hear. I have no idea you were such a patriot, JJ. There's nothing wrong with a little national pride. Yeah, pride is fine and all, but do we get any compensation for this? Of course, here's 50 francs. You will receive another 50 upon the completion of your work. 50 francs? Trish, we're being undersold. Hush, Barrison. This is a great opportunity. I don't want to keep you any longer than necessary. You already have all the key facts of the investigation. Find the elusive Croquet Monsieur. Find where the rebels are congregating. Those are your two tasks. I will check up on your progress in 3 weeks' time. See what you can accomplish by then. I'll be doing my own independent investigation into the rebel group. JJ, I suppose this is a competition of sorts. Try to keep up with me. Don't make me laugh, Severin. I'll have all the rebel leaders behind bars before you even have your first suspect. Come on, Sparrowson, we have a Croquet Monsieur to hunt. Okay, let's go. Heh, I knew a little competition would kick those bird brains into gear. Well, Inspector, this has been a productive meeting. I should probably start my investigation into the Croquet Monsieur, too. Not so fast, Cocorico. There's something else we need to discuss. So how do we do this one, then? This is a little overwhelming by comparison. There's there's a lot going on here. Okay, let's go down here, I guess. Here he is, Sparrowson. Go ahead, say what you need. Excuse me, Dr. Felret. I just wanted to thank you for, giving me an antidote and making me well and stuff. It's no trouble at all. Sparrowson, wasn't it? Of course, there is the small matter of the debt. Right. Let's see. 1 hospital bed, 1 dose of specialized antidote, expert medical care from the attending physician. The total comes to 500 francs. Shit. Falcon, can I get an advance on this month's pay and next month or maybe the months after that? Calm down, Sparrowson. I'm sure the doctor's a reasonable man. He will allow you to pay in installments. Of course, of course. Oh, thank goodness. With my current wages, I should be able to fully pay off the debt by the 20th century. Hey, your pay isn't that bad. Now, there's no need for quibbling. I have a suggestion. You messieurs are lawyers, correct? If you do some pro bono work for me, I may be able to knock the bill down a little. Maybe to say 100 francs. Oh, that sounds much more manageable. What kind of legal work do you have in mind? Debt collection. Sounds fun. That actually sounds quite fun. It will be a nice change from this Croquet Monsieur nonsense. Yes, give us the details, Doctor. There is a man I treated for a small injury a couple of years ago. He's been evading my attempts at collecting on his bill ever since. I normally wouldn't pursue medical bills so aggressively, but I know that the man is a successful inventor. He can easily afford to front the bill. I would greatly appreciate if you would pay him a visit and strong-arm him into loosing his purse strings. Well, I'm not making any promises, but maybe we can swing by the inventor's house if we have a free minute. Thanks, Falcon. And thank you, Doctor. We will dedicate every waking moment to collecting this debt. Wait, I didn't agree to that. Every waking moment. Okay. I guess we're going there. Let's do it. I don't even know what I'm honestly looking at. Come in. Are you Monsieur Gustave Trouvé? I am. And you are? Lawyers. Let's talk. We're lawyers, sent on behalf of Dr. Falret. We're here to collect a debt that you owe. It's time to pay up, monsieur. Oh, mon Dieu, I completely forgot about that. Listen, I would be happy to pay, but it looks like I don't quite have enough money on hand. What to do? I know! I have a brand new invention that will blow the doctor's socks off. It's a device that will completely revolutionize the surgical field. I imagine the doctor would prefer hard cash over some gadget. No, trust me, this baby will easily be worth 10,000, no, 100,000 francs. The doctor will love it. Oh, well, right then, hand the device over and I'll pass it along to Dr. Falret straight away. Well, it's not that simple. The device isn't finished yet. It's not finished. I know exactly what needs to be done, but I am missing some crucial parts. Perhaps if you have the time to spare, you could help me out, collect what I need. What? No, monsieur, that's absurd. If you have shopping to do, then you should do it yourself. Falcon, please help the man. I can't spend the rest of my life in debt. All right. No need to get all panicky. We'll hear the man out at least. Great, I'll take notes. What is it you need, monsieur? Let's see. I need a copper pot. A pot? Like, as in a saucepan? What on earth for? It's a necessary component of my invention. I can use it to build a portable electric battery. You see, when a zinc rod is suspended in sulfuric acid, accompanied by a copper surface, a current is generated. Save your scientific mumbo-jumbo. 1 metal pot should be trivial enough to require. 1 copper pot. Oh, the copper part is important? Okay, 1 copper pot. I wonder where we could find one of those. I've seen copper kettles at the Hal's markets, although those things aren't too cheap. I can't help but feel I saw a copper pot somewhere else. We did? Where else did we see a copper pot? Oh, do you mean the fucking thing in the Louvre? Was that copper? What else? String. High-grade string to bind some components of the device together. Seems simple enough. I imagine the Hal's market would have that in abundance. Can we really afford to blow our whole budget at the market, Falcon? Surely there's cheaper ways to acquire string. Look, I have loose thread on my jacket. Take it. The string must be higher quality than that, monsieur. I need something that's fishing line grade. Oh, I know who we can ask about that. Was there anything else that you wanted, monsieur? Some books, confectionaries, alcohol, groceries, perhaps? No, that's everything. All right, I've got it all written down. Great. I feel a little conned. We came here to collect a debt and left with a shopping list. We're going to follow through and get Monsieur Trouve's items, right? We'll see. Well, we've already wasted 2 days out of our 3 weeks. Why not waste a little more, huh? Oh, this is one of the special ones. What a view. You can see the July column so clearly from here. Ah, Cocorico, you're already here. You have news about the croquet monsieur, or is this about the other matter? Here you go, as requested, the full register of those who entered Paris Law School and the full list of graduates. Very good, let's take a look. Now, could you please tell me what this is about, Inspector? What exactly are you looking for? Look at the list of graduates. Do you see any names you recognize? Well, I see my own, class of 1837, and I see that moronic prosecutor, Rupert Rabington, under the class of 1846. Oh, and there's J.J. Falcon's name under the class of 1832. Very good. Now take a look at this register page from 1829. See anything amiss? Well, I don't see J.J.'s name, but I'm not sure what that implies, Inspector. The explanation is simple. J.J. Falcon changed his name sometime between 1829 and 1832, right around the time of the July Revolution. And why would he do that? Why, indeed. Monsieur Cocorico, you and I are roosters. We are birds of justice, birds of French national pride. But Falcon, he is a bird of prey. It is in his very nature to draw his talons and lash out at those around him. I have no doubt when the pressure rises, he will show his true colors. I'm not sure if I agree with your personality assessment, Inspector. I've always suspected that JJ was a buffoon, an imbecile, and a troglodyte. Damn. But never would I describe him as a person of malice. Time will tell. Do you need me for anything else, Inspector, or shall I continue my investigation to the croquet monsieur? There is one more thing. Take this. A pistol? No, thank you, Inspector. These are dangerous times. If you face a violent threat, you cannot hope to defend yourself with that riding crop of yours. I'm well aware. I just find these ghastly things tend to escalate situations rather than mitigate them. That's what everyone says during peacetime. Take it. Thank me when it saves your hide. Fine, I'll keep a hold of it. Well, Monsieur Cocorico, you have been most helpful. I'm just doing my duty. Good day, Inspector. Alright. Well, we gotta go to the Ponce. We gotta find King Fisher. Well, if it isn't the rude lawyers. You know you owe me, big guy. I owe you? Yep, my fishing line snapped when I dragged you out of the water the other day. I need to buy a whole new reel. So the way I see it, you owe me 2 francs for the fishing line and 1 million francs for saving your life. I don't have 1 million and 2 francs. Really? But you look so bourgeoisie. Alright, I'll tell you what. 2 francs for the line and we'll call it even. Fine. Here's 2 francs. Consider it a gift of gratitude for saving my life. Much thanks, monsieur. Now why are you here? Why are we here? Alright, we have some questions. First off, how's the fishing? So, caught anything good? Today? Not a kipper. This new fishing line is really good, but I've run out of good bait, so it's practically useless by itself. That's quite an issue. Hey, Falcon, do you think that fishing line would be as high-grade string Monsieur Trove wanted? It just might. Say, Monsieur Kingley, since you aren't cashing anything, would it be possible for us to take that new fishing line off your hands? Sure, what's it worth? Didn't we already go over the fishing line payment business? Yeah, but that was compensation for the old fishing line. If you want the new line, that's a whole separate matter. Also, I saved your life, remember? And I was polite enough not to rub that fact in your face. Much? Fine. So how much did the new line cost? 10 francs. There's no way that line cost 10 francs. You're right, it cost 1, but I added a little markup. That's obscene. I guess it is a bit. I tell you what, if you can provide me with some killer bait, I'll give you the line for free. Killer bait? Like worms? Sure, worms, sweets, whatever. So what'll it be? Do you have some bait, or I'll just take the cash. I'm not paying this stupid run around fetch quest nonsense. Here's the 10 francs. Excellent, and here's your line. Tremendous. Wait, hold on. Now I have no fishing line or bait. I did not think this deal through. Oh, well. Can I help with something else? Have you heard of the croquet monsieur? A man called the croquet monsieur? Nope, doesn't ring any bells. That's a strange name, though. Did the man name himself after the sandwich, or was the sandwich named after him? I have absolutely no idea. I can only aspire to have a sandwich named after me one day. The Sparrowsome. Thick slices of white bread, mayonnaise, cheese, chicken, bacon, slices of sausage, honey-glazed ham. Stop, you'll give us whole heart attacks. That's all. We're done here. Happy fishing, monsieur. Bye, fisherman, monsieur fisherman. Hey, you know I hate being called that. And yet you still get called it every time you interact with society. Now, where the fuck was the copper pot? I'm going to the Louvre. Excuse me, madam. You have a moment to talk about the cult of reason? Excuse me? Peddle your pyramid scheme to someone else, but I got a kid to feed. Madame, it's not a pyramid scheme. Madame, take a leaflet at least. What about you, monsieur? Would you like to learn about the glorious teachings of Jacques Herbert? A cult? Not today, monsieur. I've already been in my fair share of cults. But this cult is different. A member of the cult of reason, huh? Strange. I thought that cult died out way back in the old revolution. Hey, Falcon, that person. He looks like a run-of-the-mill cultist. I can see that, but doesn't his face look familiar to you? Yes. He does look familiar. Actually, the resemblance is uncanny. Shall we get his attention? Oh ho, he spotted us. Wait, monsieur, we would like a quick word. Come back! Teach us about the wonders of the cult of reason. He's gone. So I'm not going crazy, right? That guy was the spitting image of Judge Romulus, wasn't he? I can't deny the similarity. Then again, there are plenty of wolves in Paris. Maybe there's no link at all. Either way, we have an investigation to conduct. Let's focus on that. Right, where to first? Over there. The room we investigated during the Poison Rose case, right? Why are we back here? I can't help but feel I saw something here a couple of weeks ago. Something that may be of use to us. Really? Alright, let's take a closer look. Was it you? Are you copper? This wouldn't do. It looks to be made of iron, and it would be too heavy to move. How ironic. That's not... Never mind. This one? This urn. I remember it. It's the one that smelled of chocolate. But more importantly, it's made of copper. Why is that important? Oh, I see. You're thinking of Monsieur Trove's request. He wanted a copper pot, didn't he? This would do nicely. But this is a museum piece. We couldn't just take it. Could we? Couldn't we? I don't know. Could we? We could. We could? You want to be a museum robber, Sparrowson? It's been my lifelong dream. Marvelous. Put this urn under your coat. That's not going to fit under my coat. You're already weirdly shaped. No one will see anything out of the ordinary. Hey! Has been sneakily added to your evidence folder. This is exciting. What else shall we steal? Nothing. We're going to leave before we draw suspicion. How about a painting? Just a small one no one will care about. Like the Mona Lisa. Let's steal the Mona Lisa. Let's not. Let's leave. We're done here. For now, at least. We can't spend all day robbing Roman artifacts, I suppose. So where to next? Well, I guess we're going to have a gander around the place. Let's see. Who to question? Who to question? Oh, dear, it's those guys again. Keep it together, Eric. Maybe they won't recognize you. Excuse me, monsieur. It's us, the Philistines, remember? Why, were they talking to me? Yep, definitely talking to me. Okay, deep breaths, Eric. Hi! We have a couple of questions if it's no trouble. Oh, it's no trouble. No trouble at all. What's the deal with the cultist outside? The cultist? You mean the cult of reason, fellow? Yeah, he accosted me a few days ago. We chatted a while, not by choice, of course, but because I don't know how to get out of the conversation. He got a little out of hand. He insisted I take a pamphlet. Let's take a look. Be Your Own God, an introductory guide to the cult of reason by Jacques Herbert. And he even had his own signature, see, at the bottom there. To my newest bud, Eric. Be happy reading. Best wishes, Sylvius. Greeting, too. What a fiendish color choice. That guy was a slime ball. We weren't even close to bestest buddies. At least we know the cultist's name, Sylvius. Do you mind if we keep this pamphlet, monsieur? Be my guest. I don't want it. You want something else? Know anything about an uprising? An uprising? You know, people getting angry, being violent, overthrowing the government, stuff like that. Goodness, no, I don't know anything about that sort of thing. Never mind them. That's all. Thanks for your time, monsieur. You've been a great help. It's no trouble. No trouble at all. Let's see. Let's go over there, I guess. Oh, no, that's going to be to leave, isn't it? No, we're not done yet. Let's see if the guy's over in the garden. Hey, Falcon, isn't that our old friend? You! Oh, never mind. It's just you two. How's the work going, monsieur? Ugh, don't ask. I'm not trying not to think about it. Endless piles of dog poop and litter. So what do you want? I haven't found any interesting bits of paper today, if that's what you're hoping for. Actually, we just wanted to ask you a couple of questions if you have a moment. I have a moment. Just the one, mind. What's with the cultist? Did you see that cultist in the palace, Place del Carousel? Yep, he's been hanging around all week. Today he tried to hand me a leaflet. I told him where to put it. And where would that be? What? Where did you tell him to put the leaflet? Oh, I see. Never mind. Monsieur Rubinio, what do you know about that guy? What's his story? His story? How should I know? He's just a cultist loser. The Louvre attracts those types of crazies all the time. I see. Did you two want something else? Do you know about an uprising? Monsieur Rubinio, do you know about an uprising? You mean like a rebellion? Yeah, I've heard rumors. There are a couple of uneasy people in Paris. What kind of rumors? Nothing specific, just that there's a group planning to form a huge protest before the end of February. Some say it might get violent. If you were wise, you would probably fly out of the city as soon as possible. So people say. Do you plan on leaving? I couldn't if I wanted to. No thanks to you guys. But in any case, I'm sticking around for the photograph opportunities. Wartime photography. Imagine the possibilities. Sounds profitable. Sounds like easy money. You betcha. Ka-ching. Anyway, do you want something else? That's all. We'll let you get back to your work, monsieur. Alright, let's get out of here. We are indeed done. Well, what a productive day at the Louvre that was. Let's go back to the guy. Come in. Oh, it's you two. Have you managed to gather the materials I need? Yes, monsieur. The string and copper pot, exactly as described. Here you go. What is this? Where did you get this pot? It looks like it belongs in a museum or something. It was a little tricky to procure the necessary items, but with a bit of asking around, we managed to find suitable substitutes. There's a general store down the street that sells strings and discounted copper pots and the like. I assumed you two would have gone shopping there. Well, no matter, no matter. Give me one moment and I'll finish assembling the device. Ta-da! May I proudly present to you Gustave Trove's magnificent Explorer Extractor Surgical Device. Trademarked, patent pending. It looks like a pair of kitchen tongs hooked together by a sewing pot. Hooked up to a sewing pot. Agreed. I wasn't expecting something so low-tech and, well, bad. Perhaps a demonstration is in order. One moment, if you please. Psst, Falcon. That thing looks like junk. This whole fetch quest has been a waste of our time. I suspected that the man was delusional from the very start. It would explain why he was being treated by a mental health professional. There's nothing to be done, though. Let's just humor Gustave until we get an opportunity to take our leave, cut our losses. What about my medical debt? Time for the demonstration. Get ready to have your stockings blown off, messieurs. So here we have a piece of regular meat. Imagine, if you will, that this is a soldier. Okay, the meat is a soldier. An oddly shaped and particularly tasty soldier. Here we have a small piece of iron. Imagine, if you will, this is a musket ball. So our soldier is wandering through a battlefield, not a care in the world, when all of a sudden, BAM! The person has been shot. The musket ball is embedded in the man's flesh. I'm scared, Falcon. He slammed the metal into that meat like a madman. Quick, messieurs. You're a battlefield medic. The soldier is wounded and you have precious little time. What do we do? Battlefield surgery? Well, I'm no surgeon, but I think most doctors would feel around for the musket ball fragment and then carefully use a scalpel. How archaic, how slow, how imprecise. Now I hear you wondering, Monsieur Trove. Surely there must be a better way. I wasn't. Well, wonder no more. Behold, the Explorer Extractor. Watch as I power up the device. Then I move the detector component over the meat. Is that thing humming? It is, monsieur. When the electromagnet component of the Explorer Extractor detects a piece of iron, the device vibrates and emits a soft hum. I must say I'm actually impressed, monsieur. A device that can detect metal beneath flesh? That's innovative. I've never heard of such a thing before. Yeah, but why limit it to battlefield surgery? You could repurpose this thing for some sort of treasure hunting device. That would make you really rich. Hold your horses, monsieur. Hold your horses. I'm not done yet. You've only seen half of the device's capabilities, the exploration part. Now you can witness the second part. Extraction. Did that thing just... Yep, sucked out that bullet like a pip from a grapefruit. Behold, the original piece of iron removed swiftly and precisely from the flesh. So, what do you think? Pretty revolutionary, huh? I think that meat looks a lot less appetizing than before. It practically exploded. I have no idea what to think. Monsieur Trove, you are a strange and mildly terrifying individual, but I cannot fault the innovation of your device. We shall pass it along to Dr. Fowleret and let him decide its worth. Thank you. I'm sure the good doctor will approve. I'm hungry. Let's pick up some steaks on the way back to the office. Let's not. A productive day indeed. All right. Well, back to the hospital. This one's not going to take a whole day this time. Tremendous. You've returned. Were you successful? Well, Monsieur Trove didn't have any money, but he did give us something that he claimed to be extremely valuable. Go ahead, take it. He said that you could keep it. What is this? Monsieur Trove called it an Explorer Extractor. He said that it would revolutionize the medical field. I don't quite understand how it works, but maybe I could demonstrate it if you have a piece of meat and a lump of metal nearby. Monsieur Falcon, Monsieur Sparrowsome, I sent you to retrieve owed money. Instead, you returned several days late with this child's toy. Just forget it. Forget the whole task. It was foolish of me to rely on private attorneys, and it was foolish of me to assume that a crazed inventor would produce money when asked. Keep your toy. Good day, messieurs. So do I get a discount on my bill? Dr. Fowleret, about that discount? Oh, he's gone. Sorry, Sparrowson. Doesn't look like it will be getting your discount. Well, there goes my year's wages. So, what do we do now? Go back to our investigation into the Croquet Monsieur and the rebels, I assume. We wasted precious amounts of precious time on a fool's errand. I'll come back to help somehow, probably. It's a mystery tool that'll help us later. Fuck, where are we gonna go next? Guess R&M? Yeah.